What is Jorge Masvidal's insane diet and workout? Well, from being kicked out of school to reaching high-level status in the UFC, Jorge Masvidal's rise in the biggest MMA promotion in America can be considered a classic rags-to-riches story. So how did a Florida kid get mixed up into the world of mixed martial arts? As a young kid, Masvidal was often involved with street fighting. Growing up in poverty wasn't an easy life for Gamebred, whose life seemed to head nowhere after being kicked out of high school. However, once Masvidal's father got out of prison, the senior decided to help his son achieve his dream of becoming an MMA star and keep him off the streets. Masvidal competed in backyard brawls like former UFC star Kimbo Slice. The baddest man on the planet took on Slice's protege, Ray. Soon enough, Masvidal made his professional debut in 2003 for Absolute Fighting Championship and scored an impressive knockout in round 1 over Brandon Bledsoe. Masvidal would continue competing for promotions AFC and Full Throttle for several years, with the 155-pound fighter winning the AFC Welterweight Championship in 2006. Masvidal finally got a big opportunity to fight in Strikeforce in 2007. It only took Masvidal 1 minute and 33 seconds to knock out his opponent, Matt Lee. Masvidal's stardom was clearly on the rise in the MMA world, so what exactly did he do to keep in top shape during his early MMA days? Unlike many other UFC fighters who typically have set training schedules, Masvidal prepares a looser approach in his daily routine. He said, "I'm used to traveling and training when I have to. All I need is a 1-hour window and I'll get it done. I get it done no matter what. If I had to run to Central Park right now in my sweats to sprint and jog, I would. Let's say all I had was a staircase that was 5 flights. There's an intensity and push that I could bring myself to the wall. I will get myself to a point where I'm going to throw up or close to. I only had a pool today, so I swam until I couldn't anymore. I don't have an off season. I'm always at the gym doing work. Because of that, I'm always ready to roll. I have what I need to beat him, and I'm just sharpening it every day." Training from his home base in Miami at Top American Team, Masvidal credits mid-distance runs and sprints for preparing him for a fight. "I will do mid-distance runs once or twice a week, but sprints are what really prepares you for a fight in my opinion. Something like 800 meters, he said. Those are fairly difficult for me, so doing those is a challenge I dig into." On the subject of weightlifting, which is a hotly debated topic for boxers and MMA fighters alike, Masvidal says he didn't lift weights when he was fighting at 155 pounds because it made him too big. But now that he's at 170 pounds, he's been adding weights to his training routine. "Early into training, I would lift some, but once we got about 7 weeks out, I would taper off. That's because there is an impact on my body that is unnecessary. I would be sore when I don't need to be." Closer to the fight, Masvidal mainly focuses on sprints, bodyweight exercises, and wrestling. "You can lift a barbell all day, but that won't prepare you for the feeling of trying to get a man off the ground that doesn't want to be there. I will lift a man up 100 times during practice. That's all the lifting I need to do." Of course, the Florida native strength is his stand-up, so he loves to drill non-stop. He's constantly drilling striking, sparring, and takedown defense to keep him from losing control. As for the Askren fight, Masvidal revealed that he drilled the flying knee for 30 minutes straight in a training session. "I would take a break, have a little water, maybe watch a fight, and once the exhaustion is gone, I'd go back to drilling that same move. I put up everything I have into it. I don't care if the practice is over. If I have something left, I don't stop." The same with the move that I used to end the Darren Till fight. Masvidal moved up to the welterweight division following his loss to Al Iaquinta, and that change also affected the way he trained going forward. New exercises were added to the UFC star's training regime, such as weightlifting. The full extent of Masvidal's new workout saw the fighter do a quick 5-minute warm-up by doing foam rolling, dislocates, inchworm into scapula push-up, and rotating plank. The actual workout begins with resistance band training, then front squats, medicine ball throwdowns, hex bar deadlifts, kettlebell one-arm swings, kneeling landmine chest press, barbell ab rollout, hyperextension with resistance bands, ab crunches, and a hanging leg lift with medicine ball. Masvidal focused on training so much that there were times before his UFC stint where he'd slept in cars, parking lots, and his gym under the ring. In terms of diet, Masvidal was notorious for eating crappy foods. It wasn't until 2011 where he finally got himself a nutritionist, as the foods he ate affected his performance inside of the octagon. Now and then, Masvidal will chow down on a massive burger or Taco Bell. However, he's been on the straight and narrow with his diet that's balanced with carbs, proteins, and good fats. He loves to start his day off with oatmeal and a protein shake. For lunch, he will have rice and chicken or some type of meat, and then for dinner, he'll have some type of fish, vegetables, and some type of complex carbs such as potatoes or rice. Throughout the day, in between meals, you will have small snacks of different types of nuts, such as almonds and cashews and cottage cheese. The bad eating habits still pop up here and there, though. In an interview with ESPN, Masvidal confessed to stress eating when the UFC 244 bout was in jeopardy after Diaz tested positive for a drug test. After hearing the news for the first time, he ended up downing 2 full pizzas with pineapple and jalapeno, plus a side of hot fries and a soda. He had to be rescued by his team, who took his credit cards and removed Uber Eats from his phone. From here, Masvidal's popularity only grew, but more importantly, his hard work over the past 15 plus years was finally paying off. What's next for Jorge Masvidal? The Florida native has stated he'll work his way back into another title match someday. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, and let us know who else you'd like us to make a video about.